Hi guys, welcome back to TedRedwood Gaming. I am Ed. Today is episode 8 of season 6 of FCOS in the Eredivisie and Europa League. I was going to say last 16, it's not even last 16. Oh, it's Last-32. So yes, today we've got Lyon in the Europa League first knockout round. I'm going to use the leg 1 and leg 2, which you'll be pleased to hear. So Europa League double. And if our Europa League form is going to be anything like our league form, we're in real trouble. Since we last met, so we played Stoke in Europa League and lost, then played at Utrecht and drew 1-1. It's been real bad. We dropped out the KMVB Becker rotated team against Addo. Stronger than the one that we beat them with, 2-0 a few weeks before, but apparently not strong enough, so we lost 2-1 there. We then smashed Ajax 4 and I thought, great, so we just had a tiny blip in the league with a draw and then a loss in the cup, but we're back. And then Groningen 2-1 defeat, VVV 1-1 draw, Vitesse 2-0 defeat, Heracles, we come back 2-0 to win, 1-0 against Go Ahead and 1-0 against VVV. I mean, so recent form, 7 of the last 9 points gained, better. But we slipped down the pecking order. Yeah, so considering how good we were looking, we could have been at one point 11 points clear of third place if we just won our games in hand. But here we are, not 11 points clear, we're 4 points clear of third. We are a point behind Vitesse, who are in the lead. We've just fallen off. At least we're getting back in some form now, but we're playing so badly. I mean, Neil Montgomery came off the bench in the Heracles game to salvage us completely. So he started the next one and did nothing. I don't know what's going on. It's just all gone wrong all of a sudden. I guess since we've been back from the winter break, losing to Vitesse 2-0, we didn't look that bad in this game, just Vitesse were incredibly clinical, and Michael Martin missed a penalty in the 10th minute. So that was a shame, seeing as they're top, because obviously that would have just put us above them in general, so that would have been good, but yeah, it didn't go our way. But yes, obviously the Europa League, completely different. Lyon, maybe one of the better teams left in the tournament. Let's just hope we can get something from it. I really want to progress, but I'm not feeling confident. Something you will be interested in is our transfers. We have gone through the January transfer window. It's kind of a bit crazy what's happened. I'll go through the outs first. Let's go right to the bottom. We do have a load of loans going out. Wow, these are all in January. This is grief. Backboard's gone on loan. Westman's gone on loan. I mean, you'll see the squad in a minute. We've lost a load of players on loan, including Saraiva. I was unsure whether or not to let him go on loan, but I thought it's better for him to actually be starting games regularly, because he just hasn't since he's been with us. Other notable names to go out: Kevin Varela has gone out on loan, Azevedo's gone out on loan, he just wasn't playing. We've got better options at centre-back now. We've signed someone here, who I'll show you in a minute, but he's gone on loan immediately. He could have stayed with us, but I've taken a risk to let him go out on loan. And then we just lost a few players on a free who were going to go in the summer, but I just let them go early. They were arranged pre-contract, and I just said, have them for nothing, and they took them. So, the ins. I mean, it's been a crazy... it's been a crazy January. So we signed Danny McKeown. I think I showed you him before, but he's gone immediately on loan to Galway. He's not great. He had a few stats in the right areas, so finishing, composure. That's kind of it, really, when you look at it. Maybe a bit of a misfire. We signed this guy, Sindri Paul Svensson. I can't remember. I think I've showed you him before. Yeah, I did. In fact, I swear I did. So he's a defensive mid. He's coming on a free, and he's gone immediately out on loan. But he's got some real tidy attributes. But he won't get in ahead of Balde right now. So I thought I'd let him actually play first team football. So he's playing for Heracles, who are bottom, but at least he's playing. Their facilities are as good as ours, so hopefully he'll progress and come back and challenge for a first team role in the next season. So next up, we've obviously got Sakurai, who I've shown you before. He's literally just got back from the Asian Games football tournament, where or is it the AFC Asian Cup? One of the two, but he made some appearances. He is what he is. You've obviously seen Van Boxtel as well, the young goalie that we arranged to bring in. He's sitting under the 19s. Alexio Smith also came in from Sparta, so he's actually part Belgian, because I was confused by his name, because I definitely wanted some Dutch players. But yeah, he started since he's come in, looked pretty good, so he's taken Cohen's place for now. I'm probably going to rotate them, because I do like Cohen. He's a bit older, and he's Austrian, but I'm not trying to get rid of all the foreigners just yet. I'm not trying to Brexit the Netherlands or anything. That'd be horrendous. But yeah, we brought in 2 more players. I'll cover Yannick Buchenkamp first. So left back, who came in from Telstar. I've let him stay there on loan, so he's playing football in the Europa League for the rest of the season. Turns 19 in August. We've already got a few left backs who are really good. So this guy might just go on loan to various places, but he is 4.5-star potential like our other left backs. Our young left backs also can't get a game. So yeah, he's not bad. Then the big one. So I was scouting a few centre mids because Robert Keenan's been sniffing at wanting to go away, and he's only got a year left on his contract. I didn't get the one I wanted, but I've got this guy, Mohamed van den Brink, 18-year-old Dutch player, 19 in April. He's got really good passing, pretty good first touch. His physicals are pretty good. His mental's not fantastic, but maybe in like a couple of years they'll have grown really nicely. I think he'll be as good as Keenan in a couple of years, if not better, and Keenan is apparently a leading player for the Eredivisie at the moment. So I did have to look to the future. I did have to spend 2.3 million on him. I was looking at other players for about 3 million, so I've done okay. But yeah, I think we are going to have to strengthen that position in the summer because we just need someone who's ready-made. So that is the roundup. It was a long roundup and it was a bit of a nightmare, but we got there. This video is going to be really long, just a quick warning. So we are playing Lyon today. I'm just meddling with the subs. So we've got Lindahl in goal, Birmingham, Ives, Schmidt and Vasquez at the back. We've got Balde and Keenan in the middle, Silva and Sonner on the wings, Marta and Gretsen up front. So on the bench, we've obviously got Cohen, who's dropped down because of Schmidt, and Van der Brink, who is sort of covered for centre mid now. Saraiva's gone. Ivora's been playing some games because Rodrigo Silva got injured. He's not 18 yet, so I don't think game time is his primary driver, but he's progressing quite nicely. And that's kind of it really. I brought in Anthony Segers from our under-19s just to fill a bench spot because we had one spare. I did bring him on just for fun because we're winning our last game. He's 18, and this is the thing, if he came through like this at 16, he would probably be top notch. If you actually look at his comparison with someone like Michael Marta, probably our best striker at the moment, they're pretty similar players, just Anthony Segers is maybe a few years off where Marta is. But if he could pick up to the point where Marta is, he'd be a good backup, but for whatever reason my assistant manager doesn't really rate him. He says he's maybe as good as he's ever going to be at the moment, maybe even a star better, like at best, which is 2.5, and that's just not that much. But I think he looks pretty well rounded, so I'm going to keep him in around the first team squad. I have extended his contract by a year just in case. I guess we'll just see how it goes. So Lyon playing a 4-4-2, some familiar names in there. I haven't covered this before, but they've got Memphis Depay, who is now 29 and still pulling some crazy numbers, which is horrible. Toussaint looks familiar. Bertrand Traore, that is the Bertrand Traore. That's fantastic. That's exactly what we need right now. On the right, Daley Blind, is it? In the centre back, 32 years old. So that's interesting. And Anthony Lopez, who used to play for, I thought he used to play for PSG. Am I just making it up? And he's been at Lyon forever. Okay, well, fine. So hopefully, I'm going to try my best to do some good cutting because I've covered everything I needed to cover prior to the game in terms of transfers. We're not playing well, and it's going to be hard, and that's all you need to know, really. Lyon with a corner early on, whip it into the box. Blind is there at the near post, and oh, it's a penalty. Okay, I didn't get that at all. Memphis Depay to put Lyon 1-0 up. Scores. There's the away goal for Lyon. I mean, we do know they're better. They're better than anything we've faced so far, probably. They're probably better than Stoke. That's not saying a lot. But yeah, I feel like they are a lot better. But Marta does pick up on the edge of the box, gives it back to Gretsen on the left, crosses it low. Silva's at the back post and puts it in. We equalise on the night. They have the away goal, but that is way more positive than anything I expected. I'm sure you just heard me saying as we were going into that highlight. And my laptop's really loud again. I don't know why it does this, only when I'm recording. I guess the recording takes up memory. I don't think we're going to get beyond this game. They are good. They're really good. Anything we do get is a bonus. They come again with a throw-in on the right. They play it into the middle. There's not a huge amount of pressure there, which maybe isn't the worst thing to just try and give them a bit of space, but they're good enough to punish us in those positions. And here they come again. They're just inside the box. Traore lays it through. Matita scores, and there's the second. Free kick coming in now from Lyon. Keenan heads it away at the front post. I'm getting worried because I'm looking at the stats and they are not in possession, but everything else kind of dominating. Not many long shots, and they've had 9 shots. They're killing it up front. And they're coming again now, and 2 of their players are just running rings around 4 of our defenders. Yeah, it could be a problem. They're still building from deep here, but we're not getting anywhere near them. Do I want to press? This is the big question. If I press, I leave us completely wide open. Not that we need that anymore, because Traore is just putting 3-1 up. And that was without even pressing, they found a way through. Imagine how much easier it will be if we do press. I don't want to go out with a whimper. I know we've had that goal. We haven't looked that great apart from that. Maybe I just need to keep doing us down, because we get highlights whenever I do us down. Although they now clear it, and it looks like it's actually their highlight. Stop. Stop this now, please. Oh no, Traore hits the post from about 2 yards out, somehow. And we might just get into half time at 3-1 down. I mean, we're not going to win the Europa League, let's be completely honest. So we might as well actually try and build properly for next season with whatever we're playing. I hope it's Champions League, but I'm starting to get worried. Right, Marta is carrying knock, so I'm just going to bring on Montgomery for him and just leave it at that, I think. We are building from the back though, back to FCOS. Birmingham to Silva into Balde. I like Balde, but he's just not... He's not active or involved as Olarte was. I have actually looked at Olarte. I'm getting a scout report on him just to see if he'll come back. I miss him. I just miss him so much. Montgomery does have on the edge of the box. If it's Birmingham, what is Birmingham going to do from there? Silva up the right, cuts it back. Montgomery's there, puts it in the far post. It's a good finish, it's a good goal. And actually, if we carry on like this, if we finish 3-2 and we play like this, I'm actually happy. But let's just see if we can push this a bit more. In fact, without even pressing a button, we might be pushing a bit more as a highlight. I'd rather see highlights now than just go through to the end and nothing. I'd rather risk conceding, but also maybe get a chance. Montgomery is a conundrum. I really want to sign him. But because of the Brexit rules, he is a non-EU player. Oh, they're 4-2 up. I take it back. Wherever I say I take it back. Yeah, because he's a non-EU, he's got a minimum amount of wage per week of something like 7k that he's got to have, and no one earns anywhere near that amount of money in my team. I think the most we've got is something like 4. I think that's the Finnish lad we just sent out on loan. And they're covering most of his wages, thankfully. I think it's 100% actually. So, yeah, I think our max is 3 or something at the moment. But Montgomery has been put through by Keenan. So I'm just babbling. And we are somehow still in this. But because they've scored 4 away goals, we really need to win this game now. But there you go. Keenan gets it on the edge, gives it back to Balde. Then just that little bit of quality that he has that Saraiva doesn't do, even though Saraiva, I think, is technically better than him. Right, just under half an hour to go. We are making changes. Well, we can't because Gretzon's knackered. We don't have another striker on the bench. But Keenan is struggling, so we'll bring on Van de Brink into the middle. I don't really want... do I want to change this? No. I'm going to bring on Cohen for Schmidt because Ives and Cohen actually do have a partnership. I'm really not a big fan of changing centre-backs in-game. Of course, Sonna picks up a knock as soon as I do that. Why wouldn't you? Oh, and Balde. It looks like we might just get through at 4-3. Especially with those injuries, I'm glad I didn't start pushing up or anything because that could have been a nightmare. But yeah, 4-3 defeat unless they score now. They don't. We've lost 4-3 at home to Lyon. I'm actually quite happy. I think that was pretty good. It could have been a lot worse. 5 minutes to go. We are struggling. There's nothing else I can change. I don't know what has happened to our form. I mean, games like this, I've got to take some responsibility for because I've rotated most of the team. We've lost, but we're the better side. But we're just not making chances anymore. Right, so we are back for the second leg of the Lyon game. Between Groningen and Lyon, Rob van der Kuylen has picked up a little knock. So, I mean, is Sonna back? I don't think he's properly back, is he? Oh, ooh. He's struggling, but he's fitter than Van der Koylen is. I don't know what's happened. We're just... Well, this is what's happened. I decided to loan out everybody. We don't have... We've got one backup right winger who's not good enough. Got a backup left winger who's not good enough. Got a backup centre mid who's... that's not you. Try again. Van der Brink. Who... is probably not good enough right now. We're really struggling. So this is the team for today. Yeah, we've got Lindahl in goal. We've got Birmingham, Ives, Schmidt and Vasquez. Balde and Van der Brink in the middle. Silva and Solon on the wings. Marta and Gretzson up front. It's pretty much full strength, but we don't look good at the moment at all. I'm really not positive about this. I don't know if you got that. So Lyon very much playing the same sort of team as last time. I mean, the bad form is depressing. The fact we're 4-3 down here is depressing. I want the league. I want it. I can see it. I can sniff it. We've got to stop throwing away games. We really do. Lyon with a highlight from a throw-in. They're fetching their actual white kit. We're playing in our nice blue kit. Away from home. Laptop, I don't know why it's being so loud. It feels as cool as anything. It feels cooler than anything at the moment. It's so hot at the moment. I mean, the lighting's terrible. You can already see I'm even not sweating a bit, but I'm glazed. I'm like a donut. I'm like a Krispy Kreme. For the record, I'm actually more a fan of Greg's, value for money. And then if you go down that route, I'm a fan of the Sainsbury's, like 50 or 70p donuts for 5. Oh boy. Is that one of the worst own goals you'll ever see? I mean, it's down there, isn't it? Big ball up. We don't really clear it. Duran gets around the defence. He crosses it. There's no danger. Ives just directs it straight into the goal. As they got 4 away goals, we obviously need to just better the result until we get 4 away goals. So at the moment, we need 3 to go through. My children are crying upstairs as well. Is that a penalty? Yeah, it's a penalty. Classic. I'm going to stick with it, sort of. I tried to cut. I probably should cut that because I pulled a stupid face. Memphis steps up. Saved. We still have a slight chance. I can hear my daughter crying. I need to go sort that out at half time. But yeah, much change needed in the second half. So out of nowhere, my laptop has become ridiculously hot. So I'm kind of perching it a bit on my phone to hold it up. Ridiculous. Right, Sonnet is struggling. Van der Linden's going to have to come on and play left wing because we really don't have any other options. I didn't change any of the tactics. I should change that now. And here comes my laptop being really loud again. That's real good. It's what you need. I'm going to do the classic push up and attack because I don't know what to do. That's as much as I've learned in Football Manager as this sometimes works. And let's just hope it works this time. Right, so Lyon coming forward while my laptop is still being loud. I do apologise. I might just put some music over it or something for once. I don't want to, but it's just ridiculous. I've been recording for a good hour and a half solid now though, so it probably makes sense. What with Tortuga and Osp. We do come forward. Silva picks up on the right. Will he do his man? He does it so often. He doesn't this time. He doesn't even try. But he gives it back to Birmingham, to Van Brink in the middle. Marta, a terrible ball forward. Also, it's Van der Brink. It's not Van Brink, but I might just rename him because Van Brink is just more streamlined. Lindahl's come a long way. It's a terrible header, but Birmingham does get his foot on it. Eyes with a hefty ball up. Is Marta offside? He's apparently not offside from that. Everyone stops. I've stopped. I did see that Gretzson was definitely offside. There's a huge ball up from Ives, and he's done that quite a lot historically. I swear about half our goals come from the big hoof up from Ives. But yeah, Marta scores, and we are sort of back in it. Nothing I can do can really change this. Montgomery comes on for Gretzson. He probably should have started. Is anyone dying? Balde, I mean, he's good, but Stevic, give him some game time. I don't really think we're going to get back into this at this rate. So I guess we'll see. That was probably the wrong move to make if I thought we could get back into it. With 10 minutes to go, Stevic does stand over a free kick, knocks it into the box. Montgomery puts it just wide. I've got to do something just to go for this. I don't know what it is, but let's just stick everyone on attack. So after all that, our centre-backs, our defensive mid are on defend, as well as our goalkeeper, I suppose. Everyone else is on attack and complete wing-backs and all that stuff. It doesn't look like anything's happening. I don't believe in overload particularly. I've not had any joy with it, but I mean, we've not disgraced ourselves. We've drawn 1-1 at Lyon. It was one of those days. If you want me to be completely honest, I'm kind of sad about that. Because we've been playing terribly in the Eredivisie. I thought, you never know, we might be able to get something from Europe. And then it's not so bad. But all of a sudden we do have to refocus. We're 4 points behind. I don't think that's I don't think that's a gap we can't bridge, but we have to be on it from now. Feyenoord and Zwolle is going to be the next episode. And then I'll just see how that's going. If we are close to the title, then it'll be the rest of the season. If not, then it just is what it is. I'm really depressed. But if you've enjoyed that, it's been really long for me recording, so I hope someone likes it, like emotionally. But if you decide to drop a like on it, great. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you very much for watching.